Okay, I'm gonna have to make this video in two parts because my editing app is not working, so it's gonna be a two-part video. Second part, let's get right into it so my phone don't shut off again and nothing interrupts me. Alright, so I got back acquainted with her because my mom said that she's seen her, that she's been seeing her. She had been telling me she's seen her and she asked about me and she wanted my number and stuff like that. And she was like, she wants to get back acquainted with you, you know, like you should get out, like you guys should go somewhere, because my aunt knew, like I've been in the house like 3 months straight, you know, and just focusing on my weight. I lost a lot of weight. I was looking real cute, you know. I lost, you know, a lot of weight. So my aunt's like, you need to get out, you know. I'll watch the baby, whatever. She's like, I'm gonna go get my hair done. I'll have her call you. I was like, all right, cool. So boom, from there, that was it. Like we were back together again. It was sugar and spice. That's what we call each other, because she had blonde hair. Well, actually, in high school she didn't have blonde hair. We started calling each other this after, when we got back, we reacquainted. So she was sugar, I was spice, because she had blonde hair, I had brunette hair, and we were just fucking sexy. We were unstoppable. We were the fucking bomb. Like we thought we were the bomb. Whatever, like whatever. We thought we were the bomb. But yeah, we were fucking unstoppable. We had a lot of fun. And you know, but I had a baby. So when after that, we were unstoppable, we were inseparable. It was like we were back together again. We were back best friends again, and it was we were just inseparable. But um after, you know, partying so much and drinking so much and all that, I was just like, you know what, I need to get back to being the best mom I could be again, you know. So I started investing my time more into, you know, being a mother. I was still kicking it with her, still seeing her. She was working. I don't know. She was doing some shit. She was going through some shit with her boyfriend too and stuff like that. So we had a kind of a moment where we were just, you know, we were kind of, before we seen each other every day, and then it just became like every couple of days and stuff like that, because she was going through something and then I was being, you know, I had to be a mother. So October comes and she calls me, boo, what you gonna do for Halloween? Let's go to a Halloween party, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't know, I'll see. I'm gonna take the baby out and, you know, I'll give you a call. So, you know what I mean? It was like for the way, the we never fought, we never argued, I never felt any type of ill feelings towards her. We were always we always were very, you know, on an adult level. If you feel some type of way, let me tell you how I feel. I'll tell you how I feel. Let's get over it. Let's get on. And that's the way we were. So the way it ended, I don't know how or why it would have ended like this. And I would hate to say that it was jealousy, but the way it ended, it was just kind of like, wow, like I never would have thought it would have ended like that. But so it was October. I was planning on taking the baby out. I had got me a cute little Playboy costume. And, you know, I could finally wear a cute little Playboy costume because I've always been really chunky and I wasn't really that chunky. I was in good shape. So I was like, I'm going to buy me a cute little outfit. Take the baby trick or treating, look cute. Be real thotty with it. So, anyways, so yeah. So, um, we I took the baby out and she was calling me, blowing me up the whole time, blowing me up like, oh, you're gonna go to this party with me, like it's not too far from your house. Me and what's his name are gonna go, some two gay boys that she used to kick it with, and they knew me and they called me. They were like, D, come on, let's go party, blah blah blah, let's do it like we used to do it, yeah yeah. And I was like, like I do want to go, but I don't know, blah blah blah. So she was like, you know what, I got home, I put the baby to sleep, and she called me and she was like, you know what, if you don't want to go, we're pre-partying, we got a bottle of Jaeger, we'll pass by, we'll have a couple of shots with you, and we'll go to the party. I was like, all right, cool. So they stopped by and she calls me, she's like, we're in the front, and my aunt and my uncle weren't home at the time, they were at a party too. So it was just me by myself at the house. So I walk out, you know, with my cute little costume, and you know, she comes up to me and she's like, kind of, you know, she's hugging me and she's kind of like, you know, being like kind of sexual with me, and I was like, what the fuck, you know. And that's another story, is that I was kind of feeling like kind of weird about, you know, the way she was feeling towards me. So that's why I was kind of like backing up from her too. But that's another story. Um, So she was kind of like, ooh, you looking good, blah blah blah, like, and she comes real close to me, and she's like tells me, like, kind of like in my ear, kind of sexually, like, oh, like, I've been having dreams about you, boo, like, I miss you, like, oh, but that's, I'm gonna talk to you after and all this stuff, I've been having dreams about you. And I'm just like, like, what, like, okay, like, I was like, my face was like, oh, okay, all right, all right, and I was just like kind of feeling very weird, like the vibe was very, very strange. I could just feel it. So they start handing me shots. I drink a couple of shots of Jaeger. We're, kicking it right there in front of my house, and they're dressed up, and they're like, we're gonna go party, you're missing out, blah blah blah. It's like, the baby's asleep, I don't have a babysitter, and whatever, whatever. So she tells me, like, hey, boo, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go to this party, and if it's not cracking, like, I'm gonna call you and come back to your pad, like, I want to talk to you about something. And I'm just like, okay, cool. They go out to the party, I go back inside, and I'm like getting undressed. I put on like this little tube top dress night thing that I go to sleep with, and the baby's kind of acting a little fussy. I'm just, undressing, brushing my hair out, whatever you do, your night routine. And then she calls me, and this was not too long later. So I'm like, okay, what's up, girl? Hey, oh, the party is whack, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go by. And I was like, all right. At this time, I was like kind of not feeling it. Like, I just wanted to like lay down, relax, watch some MTV or some shit. Anyway, so she comes, and at the same time she comes, I let her in, she comes in, she goes straight to my room. The phone rings, the house phone rings. I pick up the house phone, and it's my aunt and my uncle talking about they're coming home. I'm like, all right, so and so's here, like, and they're like, oh, is she gonna sleep over? Because they're already used to her coming over and shit. Oh, is she gonna sleep over? But I said, I don't know. She's kind of buzzed. I think I kind of want her to go home. Like, she's just gonna kick it for a while. They're like, all right, okay, well, we're gonna come home. They sounded a little like buzzed too. We're coming home right now. Hang up the phone, walk to my room. As I walk in my room, she's holding my daughter, like she's holding my baby in her hands, and she's like rocking her, and I'm just like weirdly, like she don't know how to hold a baby, and I'm just like, yo, like, what you doing with my kid, and I'm just like looking at her weird, because she's looking kind of weird, like she looks buzzed and shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck, and then I didn't say what the fuck, but I was just like in my head, like, ooh, like, girl, you should not be holding my baby right now. And she's like, you're lucky you have a baby, you're so lucky to have her, and I wanted a baby, me and so been trying, me and her boyfriend at the time, that's why we've been having problems, I don't think I could have kids and all this stuff. And I'm just like, girl, like, you don't know how much, like, I love my baby, but you don't need to rush it. Like, have your fun right now, you're young, you know what I mean? Like, it's not as fun as you think it is or whatever. So she's just like, no, you don't understand, like, you don't understand. And she kind of started getting angry, and I'm like, okay, here, give me the baby, because the baby looked fussy. So I had my daughter, and I was like, trying to console her, trying to rock her back to sleep, and I'm holding her, and she starts acting really weird, like, she starts acting really weird, like rolling on my floor, like acting sexual, like she's like like, humping the floor. I don't know what the fuck she's doing, but it's weirding me out. And I'm just like, I told her once, like, I think you need to go home, and she's like, oh no, blah blah blah. Like, then she just like starts being loud, and I'm just like, you need to like go home, like you really need to go home. Oh, like, but I wanted to spend the night with you, and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this girl like what are you doing? Like, what are you being right now? Like, I don't know what was going on with her, but I hear her phone ringing, and I see it's her boyfriend, and her phone's near me. And I'm like, you know what? Like, it's your boyfriend calling. Like, tell him to come and pick you up. Tell him to come and pick you up. And she's just not, like, she's not getting it. So I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm going to get the phone and tell him to come and pick you up. She fucking slaps the phone out of my hand. And I have my baby. And I'm like, have the baby in one hand. And I'm like reaching for the phone. She slaps the phone out of my hand. I stand up to tell her, like, you need to have your boyfriend come and pick you up. Like, I'm going to call him and tell him to come and pick you up. She's like, bah! She slaps me. I'm like, Oh, hell no. And it wasn't even that it hurt. I got more offended because I had my child in my hands. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So she slaps me and says, "You think you're better than me? You think you're better than me?" All this, like, starts talking this nonsense. Like, we've never fought. She's never told me she felt this way. So I'm just like, what the fuck is going on right now? I said, "You know what? When I put my child down, you're gonna fucking get it, bitch." Turn around to put my baby down in the crib. As soon as I turn around to put the baby down in the crib, she books it out of my room. And she books it straight through the kitchen, straight through the living room, straight through that door. And I'm fucking running after her. And she is walking down she's running down the walkway. And this is where it gets good. She's running down the walkway. And I tell her, like, don't you ever fucking touch me while I have my fucking child in my hands. And she gets in my face. And she's like, you know, whoop-de-whoop, blah, 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 tells me something. I don't even fucking know because my adrenaline is rushing at this point. And I start looking at my surroundings, and I see that she has this bottle of Jaeger in her. She had the bottle of Jaeger, excuse me. She had the bottle of Jaeger, big ass bottles of Jaeger in her hand, like she finna do something with it, like she's gonna hit me. And I'm like, oh girl, oh no, that ain't gonna happen, because I'm gonna fuck you up before you even get that bottle up in the air. It's going down, you trying to hit me? Like, really? Like, what I thought was like, this girl is gonna hit me and she's drunk and she's gonna fucking kill me. Like, she's gonna do something to me and nobody's gonna hear. My aunt and my uncle were home, but they went straight to the room, and I don't know what they were doing, but they were in the room. They were buzzed from their party. So I was like, this girl's gonna hit me with this bottle and kill me accidentally because she's drunk and off some type of drugs. I don't know, she had to be on some type of drugs, but she was not acting right, and no one's gonna hear her. And it's Halloween, fucking scary as fuck. So, you know, before she could even lift that bottle up, I boom, 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 started fucking her up. Boom, boom. I start fucking her up. I get her on the floor. I'm on top of her. My legs at each side, banging her face in. Ba, 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 ba. I'm fucking her up. And I said, you know what? I'm going to fuck her up. And, you know, I'm going to put her to sleep. And then I'm going to go in the house and tell my mom, like, hey, mom, you know what? My best friend, she's asleep on the lawn because she was acting crazy and she slapped me with my baby in my hands and she was trying to hit me with the bottle. That was my plan, but that's not how it went, because this girl was not falling asleep. I was on her for a minute, socking that bitch for a minute, and she was not sleeping. Like, she was not going to sleep. Like, it just wasn't happening. I'm just like, this bitch has to be off some type of drugs or too drunk. She's not feeling these hits. Like, she's not falling asleep. I said, you know what? And I'm just gonna get off of her. Like, I just started thinking, like, what if I do something that I regret? What if I do something that's gonna, like, you know, that's gonna do me wrong? So, or her, like, I just started having feelings like, I can't do this to this girl, you know? So I'm like, I'm gonna get up. Like, I'm gonna get off of her. Maybe I'm pretty sure she gets the hint by now. I'm fucking her up. Like, she's just gonna fucking leave. So I get off of her, and as I'm getting off of her, I turn around and I tell her, like, fucking leave, you know? And I'm like, turn around to go in the house, because I could hear the baby crying. Like, I could hear the baby crying from inside of the house. So I'm just like, you know, I gotta get to my child. So I turn around to go in the house. When I turn around to go in the house, I fucked up. I should have walked backwards. She fucking grabs me. Boom. Yanks me by my motherfucking weave. And I guess I missed a step. I missed a step off the fucking steps. And because there's 2 steps to get in the house. And I fucking fell backwards. So she pulled my hair. I fall backwards. And I hit my fucking head. And when I hit my head, I went like fucking death. Like, for a minute. Like, I just heard a beep. Like, literally just heard, like, I couldn't hear anything. Everything sounded like it was underwater. And she was talking, but she sounded like muffled. And I just felt like this weird fucking vibration go through my body. Like, I guess when I hit my head, I don't know what happened, but actually felt my head I heard my head hit the ground. I heard this beep, and then it was weird. Everything just went slow motion. Everything was just like I could see her coming toward, like I could see her coming on top of me, but it was in slow motion. She was